Leaders, full pairs.
Welcome to Leaders Full Pairs. My name's Kirsty and today I'm with Rob from Hatchette. How are you?
Hello, yeah, all is well, all is well. We are on
Good.
Sunday of Airecon.
Yes.
My voice is just about holding it together. I'm still standing, and I've got a few more hours to play this wonderful new game, Faraway, with people.
So Faraway is the biggest new release this weekend, is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Yeah.
So we had a kind of limited pre-release launch for it. It is coming out in resale in about a couple of weeks.
Excellent.
But we've had about 100 copies here this weekend.
Wow.
They sold out in somewhere around 15 minutes to half an hour. So it's very, very quick that they sold out. I ran a tournament this weekend of the game, and I've run through it with about 50 different groups now, and it has gone down very, very well.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, I think we need to learn how to play this game. Should we meet you down at the table?
Let's do it.
Excellent. Let's learn how to play Faraway.
Yeah, Rob, take it away. So, in Faraway, the setting is that we are explorers who have just discovered the mystical land of Alula. What we're going to be doing through the course of the game is journeying across Alula, meeting the citizens who live there, and fulfilling quests for them. However, the twist to this game is that we are only going to fulfill those quests when we return home again. Okay? So I'm going to deal you guys a hand, 3 cards
Thank you.
each. And through the course of the game, all we're going to be doing is laying out a card on each turn, and then picking them back up to refresh our hands to 3 cards.
Okay.
So you're always going to have a hand of 3 cards, and you're going to be laying out cards in front of you on each turn.
Okay.
And the game ends when we all have 8 cards in front of us. Okay. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you what it might look like as we hit the end of the game. So for space-saving reasons, I'm just doing this in a 2x4, but really think of this as 8 cards in a row, like that. So this is what it might look like in front of you at the end of the game. We've got a tableau of 8 cards here. Now, as you can see, these are the citizens that we are meeting as we go through the game. The twist to this is that on that return journey, we're going to fulfill those quests that they've set us. So all of the scoring for this game happens at the end. There's no scoring in the middle of the game. So at the end, we are going to flip every card face down, like so. We take a breather, and then we begin that return journey by flipping that last card first and assessing whether we are able to score it. And I think one of the things that always helps is if I show you folks the score pad here, you can actually see the score pad is a case of scoring the 8 cards that we've placed down. But we'll score them starting with the last card first, assessing whether we are able to score it and totting up the score, then going into the next one, and then the next one, and the next one, until we get all the way back to the first card that we placed, which is also the last card that we score.
Okay.
Now, how the scoring actually works is, you'll notice that some of the cards, in the bottom half of the card, there are points. And to be able to score those points, you need certain prerequisites, certain icons available in your tableau. Now, this, for example, requires 2 of these crystal-like icons here, and 2 of these pineapple-type icons here. Just for reference, the game has its own terminology for the icons that are in the game, but I'm just using, for simplicity's sake, I'm calling these pineapples, crystals, and we have deer heads as well, which are there. So these need to be in your display at the point that the card is flipped to be able to actually score the card.
So if we flip these back over, leave that one up, we can actually see that there are no symbols in the tableau except for this symbol here.
That's correct.
So that's not going to score 18 points.
Exactly, and that's a shame. That's a shame, but hopefully, as you are going through the tableau and finding more of these icons, some of those earlier cards that you placed, being the last cards that you score, you will have fulfilled the icons that you need for completing those quests.
But you'll never go back and score that card. That's done, and you'll keep moving back down your journey as you go. Okay?
Exactly,
cool.
Exactly. So, if we talk a little bit about how some of the scoring works and what kind of scoring you can expect in the game, sometimes if you manage to secure those icons, you just get a flat amount of points that are shown there. So this card is going to score you 18 points. Let's see what other ones we've got here. So some of them are going to be icon based. In fact, this is where I'll reference the handy sheet we've got here, and there is one of these in the box when you get the game, but it's obviously smaller. We've blown it up and laminated it here, but some of them will actually be relevant to icons, and you may still need to hit prerequisites to be able to then score those icons. So sometimes you'll have, say...
This is a good example. So you need these 2 requisites to score these map symbols, and it'll be 3 points for every map symbol in your tableau.
Exactly right. That is it. That's correct. So sometimes they'll be color-based, and you'll notice how there are actually 4 colors in the game, and they're on the bottom half of the cards here. You may get cards that allow you to score for having certain colors. Some will score for 2 different colors, and that is each as well. So in this example here that you can see, you get 2 points for each yellow and each green card that had come prior to it. Finally, there's a set collection type 1 here, which requires you to have the 4 different colors, and that does score multiple times. So if you have the 4 different colors twice, that could be 20 points, for example. And there is also nighttime cards. Now, in the deck, roughly around a quarter to a third of the deck are nighttime cards. We can see one here.
Yeah.
Those are a bit rarer. Most of the cards are daytime cards, but the nighttime cards will sometimes come up as a potential scoring objective. We have one here, and again, you still need the deer head and the 2 crystals there to be able to activate that. But if you had that in the correct order, and you had this early on enough in that scoring process, you might have been able to score for that one. So with all that in mind, I think we can jump into how a gameplay round will work.
Okay.
Now we're playing a 3-player game here, guys, and one of the lovely things about Faraway, I will say, is that it goes 2 to 6 players. It plays very nicely at 2 to 6 players as well, so you can play a very breezy game of it at 2. You can go all the way up to 6, and it doesn't suffer from any real downtime issues or anything like that. So, and the reason for that is we're going to have a drafting market here of cards. And as I say, all we're going to do on a turn is actually pick from our hand of cards, place one face down each, and then reveal. And if we do a little dummy hand here to showcase this first. So, let's say, Phil, you played this, Kirsty, you played this, and I played this. We would reveal, and we look at this number in the top left corner of the card. That is the initiative value of the card. The lower the initiative value, the faster you get first. If you get first, that dictates whether you get first dibs in the market. So in this case, Kirsty's got 13, which means you get first pick. Then Phil will get a second pick. I would sadly get whatever's left over. There's still a choice. There's always 2 cards to pick from, so you get some optionality, but those choices get whittled away if you're too high on the initiative order. The only other thing to add to this game before we get playing is a final set of cards here, a little set of cards called Sanctuary cards. Now, the way Sanctuary cards work is, I'll show you some of these. These are the only cards that don't flip at the end of the game. So we flip all of the ones in our journey, but we keep our sanctuaries face up. Now what's great about that is these have icons on them so that we may require as those prerequisites for scoring objectives, and these are activated from the moment that you start your journey. So
having a lot of these is helpful.
A lot of these is helpful, exactly, and sometimes people do ask me when playing this game, well, how on earth would I ever score that last card that I place? How could I do that?
Sanctuary cards.
Sanctuary cards are your way to do that. There are also some sanctuary cards that have additional scoring objectives on them. So these I've seen people score very well just with their sanctuary cards, which is fantastic. Okay. So this adds the way you get these. We're going to have our tableau in front of us. Now the next, this is my dummy hand here. If the next card that I play is higher in value in the initiative order than the last card that I placed, then I will get a sanctuary card. So in this case, I've got a 37, a 38 upwards would allow me to score, to retrieve a sanctuary card. So in this case, if I played a 42, I would take a sanctuary card off the top of the deck and reveal it in front of me, face up, and it's there to be used at the end of that journey. There's one more twist to this, which is if I have any maps. Perfect, so like this. This was my display, and I have placed a 55, I placed this one first, I placed a 37 next, which means I wouldn't get any sanctuary cards. My next card placed is the 42,
So higher than
which is higher than the 37, which means I do get sanctuary cards, but I get 1 plus 1 for each map in my display. I get to look at these, and after the draft is completed, I choose 1 to keep. You always only get to keep 1, so even if I had, let's say, 4 maps in my display, I would take 1 plus 4, so the 5 sanctuary cards. When the draft is completed, I would discard, I would keep just 1 of them and discard the rest. But the more of those maps you have, the more choice you have in terms of which sanctuary card you're going to keep.
Yeah.
It's also important that idea of discarding after the draft means that you can hold a hand of sanctuary cards, and when that card that you want is inevitably snatched from you, it means maybe you've got a different... Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's it. So
Perfect.
with that in mind, I think that's everything, folks. And
Let's play a game.
we pick... Ooh. Okay, I'm going to go...
Are we revealing?
This is where we've all put one face down, so we reveal and we assess the initiative. So Kirsty, with a 15, you get first dibs.
Yeah.
Anything you like. Whereas, and sadly, we get to watch all our options get taken away from us bit by bit.
I'm all right with that for now.
No, you're okay with that. Ooh, let's see. I think I shall take this. So this card is discarded,
And we have a
and we reveal a new market. I will just deal it that way. Sweet. There we go.
these over now.
We
Yeah.
flip all these over.
They go in
This is
reverse.
where you're going to see.
This is where.
This is, yeah, we are keeping going.
We're on-
for the scoring,
we're on-
'cause this is where the world
This is where it
a little
gets
bit crazy.
really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. so
Where I
this is-
realised I've played my cards in the wrong order.
You should do it like over here.
Yeah.
I'm going to move
this
mine
is-
in. I
Yeah,
think.
I'll do
You
this
have yours
a little
in
bit.
shot, and then mine doesn't matter. I'm just here to make up numbers.
Am I making this look messy?
We make the assumption
You go.
that this is the last card we played. We're going to get down here and then down
Yeah.
this row. So
Programming.
So yeah, it sort of is in reverse though. So the narrative I'd say is you've made that journey through Lula.
Yeah.
You've met those folks en route. Now the twist is that we need to make our journey home. We need to head home.
They're still there?
And they're still there,
they're
but we
still there.
promise
they're
to deliver.
waiting. They're
yeah.
waiting for you to deliver the goods.
And the idea
They're
is just
expensive people.
exactly.
They are
They
painful.
on the route on route out. We met these folks. They asked us to do some things, and en route back, we're gonna see if we achieve them.
So
I feel in shock. So.
that's nice. So I've got this card. This
Yeah.
card has got a prerequisite of 3 rocks. I have 1 rock here and I have 2 rocks up here. So actually, I
That's
scored the
it.
prerequisite.
So it counts as
Get the 7.
I will take 7 points. Thank
Kind
you
of
very
reminded me
much.
of like Quadropolis.
Yes, yeah, it's got a little bit of that. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
How'd that go?
I don't
I
know.
unfortunately
I remember, like, it's-
failed to get a third deer head on my last
Welcome to
one,
my
so I didn't
pain.
get this one.
Welcome to my pain. And I will say, folks, that a 0 on your first card
Is
is
normal.
absolutely
Yep.
normal.
Yep.
So it's
This was
pretty
kind of like
pretty big props to
fortunate
Phil.
and maybe a hint planned.
Yeah.
So I actually did get 3 pineapples.
Yeah.
But I score for each yellow and green card, but it's just that
Just that
yellow
one.
card itself. So I get 3.
Just to be clear though, if Robert got a green card up here, that would have still counted
That
as
would
an
have
extra
still
green
counted.
card.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
Next one.
So
next step on the way.
next step on the way is. So go to Phil.
I'm a zeroing because I need
Yes,
a
that's
deer
more
head
like
and a pineapple.
it.
So, yeah, thanks, Rob.
So I got the fulfillment. I got
Yep.
1 deer head and 2 rocks.
Lovely.
But I've got no night cards out.
So
I'm
sadly,
zero
a 0. Whereas I just
Very
get
happy
for the point.
people.
Yeah. So I think this
You
is
have
about
nothing.
as happy as I'm going to get because I actually got 9 for this one,
Run
which
past
is
them
which
like
is good.
that.
Yeah.
We tried.
So
I'm so sorry. Don't go hungry.
this is where I enter a world of pain.
I made a 0 card.
Needed 4 rocks.
Yeah,
I needed
did
4
it the wrong
rocks,
way
so that's a
round.
0, 0. All zeros across the board, is it?
What's an average score for this game?
Yeah.
Like 12.
First game I ever played, I scored somewhere around 14, 15.
Yeah.
I can now score. It's not going to happen in this one. Usually score around 70, 60, 70.
That's a good
score.
But it's a game where you feel that on-ramping of skill level,
Very good.
and
Yeah.
you get better and better at it. But it's
It's structuring your head around the reverse journey. That's the
Yes,
thing that's
that's
really
the thing
hard
that's
to
a
get your head
twist.
through. So this
Yeah.
card, I needed 2 deer heads. I've got them. I've got a rock. So for every water card, I score 4 points. I only have
4
one. 4 points.
yes.
So for mine, I needed a plant and an animal, which I have both of those. So I get 4 points for my 2 yellow cards.
4 points for 2 yellow cards. Yes, and I needed 4 deer heads, and as you may have heard, I got 0.
You had a problem with
heads.
deer.
I couldn't get those deer heads, so I'm.
Are you right on camera?
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
I figured from the fact that you.
I'm going to say
There's a big carrot.
it would be terrifying.
Show their face, so you never know.
Yeah, no, that's
no,
true.
we do.
Okay, so next one, Rob.
So let's start with you, Phil.
So I needed a pineapple and a rock,
Yes.
and I have pineapples and rocks galore.
Galore.
So I score 2 for 6 points for that one.
Lovely.
It's not going to be a great
This
score.
one, I get 3 points per plant. So I've got 3 points.
3 points. One.
That happens a
3
lot in
points.
this game.
Yeah, just 'cause they're all here.
Okay,
Take them in the
so
wrong order.
for yellows and greens, I get 8 points. So that's 1, 2, 3. Also 3 points.
Next one.
So you played this a lot. Because they've got an excuse.
So
you wouldn't know
I
necessarily,
even
would you?
ran a tournament of it this weekend and have taught it about 50 odd
You
times.
blocked a lot of the things
But-
you wanted. I think.
Yeah, I
Was
needed
it?
those deer heads.
So
yeah.
I score 2 points for every deer head, Rob.
Okay.
On this card.
Yeah,
so I get
thanks.
2, 4, 6, 8 points.
That hurts me.
That was a lot of deer.
In multiple ways. I'm very
This
up.
one,
Yeah.
I get 2 points per night card. I've got 1 night card, so 2 points.
2 points. And then I
I've
have
actually reached 5.
the prerequisite with the 1 deer head. Oh no, I do have 2 deer heads. So night cards score me 2, 4, 6, and then I have it on there as well. 8 points. It's not too disastrous. This is where it gets upsetting. Oh no, it's the next card.
5 points.
Yeah.
5 points.
Well, that's nice. I like those.
So this gives me 2 points.
There.
2 points
So
per.
1, 2, 3, so 6 6 points.
These are kind of useful at the
points.
end when you have no requisite and you want to score
Feels
something.
like when you
And
play
2 for
7
each
wonders
map.
and you're like, I will just take the points.
1, 2.
Just going to play that.
Is it just 2?
Well, that one would have been harder.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That was.
Whoop.
Yeah.
I know
final
I've got another
card.
one on this one, which I might as well just ignore.
So I'll have
So-
15 points.
So you
Thank you very
needed
much.
1, 2, and that doesn't count. But that.
I needed another deer head
Oh,
to
you
actually
needed 3
allow
deer
it,
heads.
and then I would
I
have
get
popped
2
off with a
points.
bunch
Deer
of
heads.
points. But yeah, it's
is
sadly wrecked my day. Yeah, exactly.
to be
Yeah, big time sucks to be me. Big time sucks to be.
4 for my last card.
4,
For
4.
the deer heads.
And I got 15 because I've got 2 deer heads and pineapples.
Yeah.
There it
But
is.
We haven't finished
However-
scoring, have we, Rob? Because we've got
We
sanctuary
haven't.
cards to score.
We have sanctuary cards. So now everything is flipped over. The last thing we score in the game are the sanctuary cards, which you
Okay.
can see at the top here. So these are the small cards.
So-
So if we
every
start
map
with-
symbol, I get a point. So I've got 1, 2, 2
points.
map symbols, 2 points.
2,
and then
and we'll-
for every red card, I get a point. So that's, there's 2 for maps, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then 4 points for every set, and I think I have 1 set.
Yeah, 2 green, 2 red, 2 yellow, 2 blue.
Oh, 2
So
sets.
you
So
have
you've got
8.
2 sets, so that's
So-
8 points.
And plus the original 7.
Let's add it up together.
That's 15 by my mind.
15, yes.
I can do maths.
Yes.
I get 1 point per deer head. So 1, 2, plus 1 point for each red and green. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
So 9 for my sanctuary cards.
And I have just 1 for each map, which is 1, 2, 3. Wow. 3. So that is that. Shall I do some mental
please.
arithmetic in the
Yeah.
corner?
Yeah.
I think so.
25, 30.
Please enjoy the faraway box while Rob is doing maths.
Which I've just guffed up in my head. Hang on. So. There we go. Yes.
60, yeah.
Yeah. Good. 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 You can be my backup because I don't want any viewers at home looking at this and going, Rob, you can't add 4 plus 3. Okay. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I am going to bet that I am last.
Let's
Yeah.
I think so. I
Yeah.
got there. Yeah.
Yeah.
come on then, Rob. Reveal. Do the reveal
The
here.
big reveal.
The grand
So,
reveal. In 3rd place.
in 3rd
is
place.
moi.
Kirsty, you did come in 3rd
See?
place, but only you were just clinging on to my coattails because you got 28 points. I got 30.
Okay.
So
There's no point.
with a
at all.
whapping double my score. Phil, you got 60.
You're good at this game. You now can get 60 or 70.
Yeah, that. This is Sunday at Airecon. I might be tired. It might have been a long weekend.
So that was Faraway. Thank you for smashing me both at Faraway.
Yep. We are the 2 losers.
Exactly. We will
Phil
just
behind
ignore the
camera
man
is-
behind the
yeah,
camera.
who's actually looking very smug right now.
It was a
You
really
can't see
close
that.
game between the 2 of us.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
it.
but thank you for teaching us, Rob. We
Yeah,
really appreciate
yeah.
it. We've got a queue of people waiting to play, so we don't want to keep you, waiting too long. And if people want to know more about this game,
Yes.
how can they find out more?
So, as I say, this will be coming to retail in about a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's been available. In Europe for a little while.
Okay.
Good news is it's already picked up the Intermediate Game of the Year award
Wow.
at the Asdor ceremony. So that's the big French awards.
Yeah.
And it has picked up Game of the Year in Switzerland as well.
Wow. Okay.
So a lot of buzz around this one.
Yeah.
But we're really excited to launch this in the UK. A couple of weeks away. Look
Yeah.
out for it at all your friendly local game stores and
Perfect.
elsewhere. So yes.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank
I
you,
really
folks.
appreciate it.
Yeah, really appreciate
Hope you
it.
enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you ever so much.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.